What's good, YouTube? It's your boy D-Rip. Hey, today we have another special video. Today we're going to be right into 10 WWE wrestlers who selfishly refused to drop their titles or championship. Whatever. Y'all know what I'm saying. Alright? We got 10 wrestlers that just said, nah, I'm not losing to that dude. I feel like Brock Lesnar is going to be on this. Roman might be on this. CM Punk might be on this. I know Goldberg is definitely on this. But if y'all got anybody y'all think is on this before we even get to see this, let me know right now in the comments. Like I said, I do read the comments, and I do appreciate y'all for subscribing because we're almost at 5K. So if you want to help your boy get to that 5K, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now because we're almost there. Hopefully we can hit 10K before the end of this year, 2024. I really appreciate y'all, man. Y'all mean a lot to me. Like I told y'all before, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. If I miss one of those days, then you'll get a double upload for the next time. All right. But look, without further ado, somebody's been in here messing with my stuff because, yeah, it looks different. Without further ado, let's get into this video.
Winning a title in a pro wrestling company such as WWE is usually the highlight of a wrestler's career. A title virtually guarantees the wrestler a prominent spot on the card and ultimately more money. However, when the time comes for the wrestlers to drop their title, not every wrestler is comfortable in doing the favors for their opponent. Over the years, wrestlers have been known to kick up a fuss when they've been asked to lose their title, and this in turn has created some rather compelling backstage stories that need to be explored. Join us now as WrestleMania looks at 10 WWE wrestlers who refused to drop their title. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for WrestleMania short. And Bret Hart as a new face of the company. Hart, as well as being insanely over with the crowd, was arguably the best wrestler on the planet, and he was a perfect face of the new generation era in WWE. WWE made bold plans that would see Hart defeat Hulk Hogan at the 1993 SummerSlam event, and this would have been in essence a passing of the torch style moment. As we all know, Hogan loved to use his backstage power and politic his way in and out of situations, so Hogan decided he had no interest in putting over Hart and dropping the title to him, so the match never took place. Hart discussed Hogan's refusal to drop the top prize in the company to him in his autobiography, and this is what the legend had to say. "You told me at WrestleMania 9 that you'd be happy to return the favor, and as I understand it, now you don't want to even work with me, you won't put me over, and I'm not in your league." Hogan stood there speechless, so I carried on. "Well, you're right. You're not in my league. On behalf of myself, my family, and most of the boys in the dressing room, you can go F yourself." Number 9. Sable. During Sable's run as a face of the women's division during the Attitude Era, she was reportedly disliked backstage by a number of talent. One of the reasons that she was disliked was because she refused to do business when the time came, and this extended to outright refusing to drop the women's title to Luna Vachon. According to reports, WWE had planned for Sable to drop the title to Luna several times on WWE television, but this never happened due to Sable's consistent protesting, and according to TV tropes, Sable would sometimes claim that she had misplaced the title and didn't even have it with her at shows. Number 8. Chyna. Chyna spent the majority of her WWE career wrestling men such as Chris Jericho and Jeff Jarrett, so when Chyna entered the women's division in 2001, it was a true game changer. It was a welcome move as Chyna mixing it up with female wrestlers was something fans were pushing for, but when the time came for Chyna to drop her women's title, she decided to act in a completely unprofessional manner. Chyna was supposed to have a feature-length feud with Lita, and this would have climaxed.
Chyna looked way smaller. They said this was in 2001. She looks way smaller in 2001 than she did in, what, 99? Or whenever she was with DX. Whatever year that was, 98, 97. I don't remember what year it was. But she looks a lot smaller in 2001. Like, her arms were way bigger when she was with DX.
With Chyna dropping the title to the popular star. However, Chyna had no desire to drop the title to Lita, and soon after their match at the 2001 Judgment Day pay-per-view, she would depart the company, rendering the women's title vacant. Number 7. John Cena. Multi-time WWE champion John Cena has been well known to flex his backstage power, and Cena did this in a huge way back in 2010. When Jack Swagger won the Money in the Bank briefcase at WrestleMania 26, initial creative plans called for Swagger to cash in on Cena, who was WWE champion at the time. Cena, upon hearing these plans, said absolutely not and outright refused to put over Swagger. Speaking on Talk is Jericho, this is what Swagger had to say about Cena's refusal. "The night before Swagger's cash in on Jericho, I teased it on Raw when I would almost hit Cena with a briefcase. I snuck up on him and then we had one of his brilliant promo segments. Later come find out he refused to do the job for me for the World Championship, but we won't talk about that. As Swagger mentioned,
Well, as a John Cena guy, kind of. John Cena's my birthday twin, y'all. Me and him got the same birthday. That's crazy. But look, as the face, somebody like John Cena, Jack Swagger with the We the People. I think I was in that time when he was, with I think his name was Zep Coulter or something like that. The dude with the mustache. I can't remember his name. But I think this was around that time. I mean, Jack Swagger wasn't all that popping, all that popular, and it would have been kind of weird for him to be John Cena and be the WWE champion. It just, I don't know. Has Jack Swagger even won the WWE championship? I remember him carrying the World Heavyweight Championship multiple times, but I don't remember him carrying the WWE Championship.
in the interview, he would eventually cash in successfully on Jericho, and the common
And it makes more sense for him to cash in on Jericho anyway. Jericho's I mean, for Jack Swagger to go over Jericho, that makes more sense than Swagger over Cena. It just makes more sense to me.
consensus from fans was that Swagger wasn't remotely ready for a world title reign, so in hindsight, Cena probably made the right call. Number 6, the Honky Tonk Man. When Vince McMahon asked the Honky Tonk Man to drop the Intercontinental title to Macho Man Randy Savage, the Honky Tonk Man flat out refused to comply. It was believed that he didn't have a personal issue with Savage. The issue was that the loss would have been on Saturday night's main event, and he believed that losing a title in this match watched by millions would have hurt his bargaining power if he wanted to work elsewhere. Honky Tonk Man would discuss his decision during an interview with Wrestling Inc., and it makes for a fascinating insight into the mind of a pro wrestler. It wasn't really about dropping the title. I said no, I'm not going to do this on television. You want to do it, I'll do it anywhere else. I'm not doing it in front of 35 million people. I had to protect my business too. My business, of course, was the Honky Tonk Man because I would
Was there 35 million people watching WWF back then? I don't think so. There's not even 35 million people watching today.
have taken it to Turner. I did make a call to Turner and they said absolutely not. Do not do that on television if you want to come down here with us. We had a meeting and then I ended up staying with WWE, which was probably not the best move of my life because after that, they never trusted me again. Number 5, Rey Mysterio. For the most part, Rey Mysterio has had a tremendous reputation for being one of the most professional wrestlers in the locker room. However, in the summer of 2009, Mysterio had an issue with what direction WWE were taking his Intercontinental title reign. WWE wanted Mysterio to drop the title to Dolph Ziggler, but Mysterio refused, mainly due to the fact that he was promised a featured and lengthy reign with the title. Mysterio had also come off an acclaimed Intercontinental title feud with Chris Jericho, and the Intercontinental title was in such an elite place following the feud that it would have made a lack of sense for Mysterio to drop it so soon. Number 4, Jeff Jarrett. By the time WWE arrived in the 1999
But so far, Rey Mysterio's makes the most sense. I mean, other than Cena's, but him and Cena were kind of in the same place where he's like, Cena's like, Swagger's not ready. And then you got Ray over here saying, like, y'all told me y'all was going to give me a long reign and y'all giving me, like, a short reign to Dolph Ziggler. So I could kind of see where Ray's coming at.
No Mercy pay-per-view, Intercontinental Champion Jeff Jarrett's contract had expired and he was WCW bound. To get the title off Jarrett, WWE wanted him to lose to China at No Mercy, but Jarrett refused to wrestle and dropped the title unless he received a figure which was reportedly around $200,000. Jarrett claimed that this money was owed to him for prior dates, and McMahon had no choice but to give in to Jarrett's demands. He would then proceed to drop the title as planned and he would depart WWE, completely shattering the relationship between he and McMahon had for almost 2 decades.
Wow. I would feel some type of way losing to China too. And it's not because she's a girl, but nah, it is. It is. It's a pride thing, especially back then. Back then, yeah, I can see it. But he said, "Nah, you'll give me 200K, and then she can have it. I'm going anyway." But that's tough. That's tough, actually. That's really tough. Cause honestly, any of us, any men or any guy, any boy, whatever age you are, any of us know if they would have said we had to drop our title to China, we all would have been like, why? Why China? I understand we got a feud, but like, I'm not dropping my title to China. No. Like, I understand she fights a lot of men and all that, but she's not gonna beat this man. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. You give me 200K, I'll do it. I'm going anyway.
Number 3, Stone Cold Steve Austin. The WWE were adamant on making Triple H the next top heel in the company in the summer of '99. WWE had huge plans for the game, and they were planning on crowning Triple H with his first WWE title win in the main event of the '99 SummerSlam event. Triple H would take on Stone Cold Steve Austin and Mankind in a triple threat match. Austin wasn't comfortable with the idea of dropping the title to Triple H on pay-per-view. It was rumored that Austin didn't think that Triple H was over enough to become champion, and judging by the consensus of online message boards and forums at the time, there were a considerable amount of fans who agreed with him. To keep Austin happy, WWE came up with a new plan which saw Mankind win the WWE title, and then the game would defeat Mankind just 24 hours later on Raw to become champion. Austin and Triple H would go on to work together in the months following SummerSlam, and it was clear that Austin came around to the idea that Triple H was that damn good, as he would put him over on a number of occasions, including the main event of the 1999 No Mercy pay-per-view. Number 2, Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels' problematic behavior in the 90s is well documented, and Mr. WrestleMania refused to drop his title on several different occasions. One of the most infamous times he refused to do the favors for a fellow wrestler was during his reign as Intercontinental Champion. According to Dean Douglas, the plan was for HBK to drop the Intercontinental title to him in Your House 4, but Douglas admitted that HBK had an issue with him and believed he was not at his level. This was infamously around the time period that HBK had a legitimate fight with a Marine and was reportedly unable to compete. Fast forward to HBK's reign as WWE Champion in 1996, and WWE were getting set to crown Vader as the new WWE Champion. It looked like this wasn't going to go down at the annual Survivor Series. However, HBK wasn't happy with Vader's in-ring work, so he subsequently squashed Vader's push and he refused to drop the title to him. Instead, WWE went with a Psycho Sid WWE title victory, and Vader was removed from the main event scene indefinitely. And number 1, Bret Hart.
Why is he on here
Survivor
twice,
Series
bro?
1997 is without a doubt the most infamous pay-per-view in WWE history. The event is well known for the Montreal Screwjob, which saw kayfabe disintegrate as Vince McMahon screwed Bret Hart out of the WWE title just before he was leaving for WCW. The reason why the screwjob went down was because Hart refused to drop the title to Shawn Michaels in Canada. Hart was somewhat willing to drop the title, but he insisted that the loss took place within the US. This wasn't good enough for McMahon, who implemented the screwjob to take the title away from Hart. Fans are split on Hart's rationale for refusing to drop the title. On one hand, dropping the title to your arch nemesis in Canada of all places would have been detrimental to Hart's character, yet there are some fans who firmly believe that Hart should have put over HBK on the way out of the door. But there you have it, folks.
Wow. It upsets me that the fact that Bret Hart is on here twice. I was hoping to see like Roman or Goldberg or Brock or somebody like that, but most of these people are the older Attitude Era people. You got Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold, Jeff Jarrett, Honky Tonk Man, China, Sable, and Hulk Hogan. Like, you can't tell me these are the only people that refuse to drop their titles. I know there's more people than this. I know there's more people than this. Whatever, bro. Whatever. Anyway, WrestleMania came up with it. I guess it's right. But look, first time coming across the channel, make sure I get hit the thumbs up. Make sure I subscribe, man. I appreciate all y'all. Continue to like these videos. Subscribe if you're new. Let me know what you want me to react to next. It's your boy D-Rib, man. I'm out.